Oh no, Parappa. Oh no, Parappa the Rappa. You are not immune to propaganda. I am not immune to oops-ganda. Like, oh my god. What a fantastic skeet, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can huff my shorts, kiss my butt, and just understand that starting a stream is hard. I mean, if we're gonna put our serious tag on for a sec, the hardest part about starting a stream is just getting the ball rolling, just like talking about stuff. Whenever I start a journal entry, I always have to do at least a sentence and a half about like the day of the week and the weather, because my brain is like, how do I start anything? So today's Monday, and it's raining outside. It's raining pretty heavily. It's been raining for a lot, like all weekend, you know? It's nice. We're in that springtime, that spring air that we often so desperately crave when we'll do anything for water that does not stay on the ground in the form of snow. I'm here. Right now it's just me. Maybe someone might join me later. Who knows? No one is expected in the sense that they have their lives, and if they've got something they'd rather be doing, well, more power to them. But I'm Voltage, and you're watching twitch.tv/VoltageVO. And we are gonna dive right into Sea of Stars after a week off. A week off. We were a week off. But now we're back. Now we are back, and I'm still figuring out my gain because I did a little bit of adjusting, just a little bit, on the compressor settings. So hopefully my voice is a little crisper. We'll see, but that's okay. Let's just dive right into Sea of Stars. When it loads. Gotta have it load. If you're not gonna load, why are you loading Ghost Trick? Is Ghost Trick playing? No. Ghost Trick was 2.5 months ago. Alright. Sea of Stars. Last we left off, we were playing a video game with their, we beat the sea dude, the ocean guy. And we made it to Brisk, right, and we got Cliche, and that's right, she's a part of our party now, or not a party, but she's cool. So we're at Brisk, and they are like, hey, you gotta go to a new spot. What's the deal here? Where are we at? Okay, so we're on Sleeper Island. There's Wraith Island, Evermist Island's where we started. So we want to go to that other star. So now this game is going to be the ship sailing game, seems like, which I'm okay with. I mean, I don't mind a good ship sailing every once in a while. Let's sell our obsidian ore. Let's just get rid of it all. Playing those games. It's been raining a lot, though. I definitely feel pleased to have it be raining. And it's like that nice, warm, not misty rain, but like, it just feels good, you know? It's the rain you can open your windows to and just sort of let it be, you know? And I feel like that is a really nice kind of weather phenomenon, to be able to open your window during a rain. Like a soft, not a thunderstorm, not like a plitter-plat, but like a good, honest rain. A good, honest-to-goodness rain. One that, you know, is really what all that grass needs, you know? You know, and there's something weird. That sounds so soothing. Exactly. It really is. I woke up to the sound of rain, which is crazy, right?
The island is to the northeast of Brisk. Don't forget to...
Oh, hey. Hello, bro. I thought you were a bot, dude.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step, And then again, let's do the Mario! All together now, dude. You got it! It's the Mario! Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario. Take one step and then again. Come on, let's go. Let's do the Mario all together now. Come on. Just like that.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Lost all conscious thought. I got... Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I literally got, like, Manchurian candidated just there. That was strange. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but here we are. Okay, that's Basalt Island. No, let's press our correct button. It's good. Yeah, so, you know, I woke up to the sound of rain. It wasn't even like, oh yeah, it just started raining during the day. No, like, I straight up woke up to, like, a huge downpour on our roof because we are not on the ground floor. We live one up off the ground floor. And, like, so we get all that rain on the roof. We hear it, and it came down. I was curled up in bed all nice and warm, you know, under my blanket. And I started feeling kind of warm. And I look up, and it's nothing bad happened, but I was just very aware of all my sounds in that moment. And wouldn't you know, it just so happened to be very loud where I was resting. Why? Because there was a huge downpour. So I got up after that. There's plenty of wood to start building, and they're on the cold island. I'll get a stew going to keep us fed. I'll go fishing. There's no natives on this island. By the way, please let me know if my voice is, like, clipping a lot. Yeah, just keep me posted. But the rain's been really nice. You know, it reminds me that I'm able to stay dry when it rains. That's the other thing. It's not clipping yet. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Oh, hello. Oh, Timber. Yeah, it reminds me that I'm very fortunate to have a roof over my head because the amount of rain that we've gotten in the last couple days is quite substantial. I haven't gotten rained on a lot, but it's been very humid. And I don't mind it being humid, honestly. After you know, how dry this winter was, I'll take it. I'll take it being humid. The one thing that humidity does that's not as fun is it makes our apartment very stuffy and very warm. And at that point, it gets a little annoying because I can't sleep when it's really humid. Like, normally when I sleep, I like to sleep way unsubmerged in my bed, if you will, right? Like, I will slink in so that my feet are at the very edge of the bed and I pull the pillows toward me. So that way I can climb my way up the bed. It's a long process, but basically it just ensures that, like, everything up to my neck is covered up, right? Because I like it when I have one arm under my pillow and the other arm entirely under the blankets. It's a long, weird, complicated layout. But when winter goes away and spring comes along, suddenly I can't do that because then I turn into a puddle. I melt in my bed and it's gross and sticky, you know, in the way that humidity does to your skin. And it's just, oh, it's unpleasant. It's so not pleasant. My legs get hotter than the rest of my body, right? My legs literally are like furnaces. It's like they have nuclear reactors inside of them with how much heat they generate. You could stick my legs in a pool of water while I sleep, and you could power a small car. Like, that's how hot my legs get, or at least feel like they get when I sleep. And so now, when it's humid, I need to add that asterisk. And so now, what I do when I'm sleeping in the summer is I sleep on top of the comforter and have 2 blankets on top of me that go horizontally. One is only for my legs, and the other one is for my upper body so that I can still submerge myself while keeping my legs cool if I need to. It's the dumbest, most obnoxious way to sleep. Do I feel cool sleeping that way? Well, physically, yes. Metaphorically, maybe. All I know is that I'm able to sleep when I do it that way, and that's really what matters to me. I would rather be able to sleep than not sleep. You know what I mean? Come on, fishy! Oh, fuck. These fish are getting harder to fish. But we're getting them. A hard shell.
Yeah, come on here, little fisher.
So, the humidity is not something that I'm expecting to be too bad. Like, for a while, it's just... It's a frustrator, you know? It's a dang frustrator. When I say frustrator, I just mean it makes life a little harder, you know? I've been trying to put a greater emphasis on sleep these days, especially given how, like, life was in undergrad, where, like, on a regular basis, my average sleep was about 6.5 to 7 hours, and I really don't want to keep doing that. And, like, I'm the type of guy who, you know, when I was in my early 20s, so when I started streaming, you know, like, I was pretty, regularly streaming up until past midnight. You may have seen some of those streams before, like in the Xenogears streams. We had a stream that ended at 1 a.m. because, like, why not, right? I was enjoying the game and I didn't have anywhere else to be. Now I do, and let me tell you, that is not viable. It's not viable to really even stream past 11 anymore. Grass haddock. Nice. And so, I'm trying to just put a better emphasis on, like, not only the quality of my sleep, but frankly, the quantity. Because the quantity of my sleep needs to be increased a little bit, I've noticed. I just have noticed that nights where I get more sleep, crazy enough, I feel way better the next day. Like, it's actually just dumb how impressively better I feel. I feel more capable. I feel like I wake up in the morning and it's not like my eyes are fuzzy. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I have those feelings where I wake up and I'm like, oh, my eyes don't work. Ooh. Look, it's Jay Leno, the fish. Gotta love that college grind that destroys your sleep schedule. It's bad, dude. It was real bad. And, like, in college, in undergrad in particular, since I technically am still in college at some level, I would go to bed at, like, 1 a.m. most days. I would, I mean, like, there were days where I'd have class at, like, 8:50, right? And when that happens, you gotta get up at least around 7. Because if you don't, then you have to deal with the fact that now it's 8:50 and you're barely awake. And, like, I don't know. I don't mind sleeping until 8:50. But, like, you know, when I have a class I gotta pay attention to, I'm not gonna try and be... Oh, fuck. Come on, get in here. Fuck you. When I have a class at 8:50, I want to be awake for it. I want to be awake for an 8:50 a.m. class. You know what I mean? Like, I would hate to, become nocturnal like my freshman year roommate, especially during finals. He became nocturnal. His sleep schedule was 10 a.m. Or no, like 8 a.m. to about 5 p.m. It was bad. 6 or 7 p.m. actually. He would wake up and really start his day at like 8 p.m. when the sun had gone down. What are you doing, fish? What is going on here? That was very stupid. But anyway, so all that sidetracking is to say, can you believe it? Sleeping for like 8 hours a night in your mid-20s feels real good. Shocker, I know, but can you believe it? Not only does sleeping for 8 hours on a regular basis feel great, waking up on weekends at a time before 9 a.m. is also really cool. It feels great waking up at like 8:30 on a Saturday. He was literally on the dock, dude. I don't know what's up here. I'm gonna try and get it. But yeah, undergrad definitely really did not do wonders for my expectations regarding like when and how often and for how long I should sleep. Like, I still have problems taking naps. Like, genuinely, taking naps is something I still cannot really do. And it's partially because, like, I want to have a project. I want to feel like I'm using my weekends in a productive manner. But, like, dude, if I need a nap on a weekend, like, why am I not taking naps? It's because of undergrad. It's because undergrad conditioned me to explicitly not take naps. And that has really stunted my emotional well-being, especially on weekends. I'm so prone to Sunday scaries. It hurts. Like, it's actually just ridiculous, man. Come on. There we go. Jesus Christ. Crimson Bass. Okay. For what? Jackass Crimson Bass over here. Oh yeah, I have this attack. I have the Gust Jar and the grapple lock. That's right. That's right. Gotta remember how things go here in the Sea of Stars. But yeah, so in my efforts to attempt to combat my anxiety towards Sundays where I feel like I should be doing something but I have nothing to do, I decided to, you know, take a page out of Sea of Stars and just cook something. I marinated some chicken. Basically, I chose it beforehand. I found a recipe on like Thursday or Friday, and I told Erin, hey, would you buy me like 4 chicken breasts when you go buy groceries? And she did. And then I followed this recipe. I took a giant rolling pin out of the drawer and I smashed the chicken breasts. It was very fun. You know, sometimes you just really underestimate the excitement of the impact from smashing a piece of meat. I don't know, maybe that makes me sound a little crazy, but I had a lot of fun with that. And, you know, just putting it all together and seeing it all come together, it was very satisfying, and it tasted really good. It was like taco chicken, so, like, it was supposed to be grilled, but I don't have a grill. Unfortunately, I live in an apartment, so I can't grill stuff. It was really good. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, it's like if you ever have a sledgehammer and you see like an egg, you know, an egg, and you take a sledgehammer to it. That's fun. That's really fun, especially when you see the splat. You know, those hydraulic press videos are fun because you get to see the slow impact, but I'm a big fan of, like, when they drop a big thing on them, you know what I mean? That's fun.
I am the Crypt Walker. Though I must admit, seeing as my fire went out, it was a bit challenging to greet visitors.
What the hell? What the heck? No, I want the treasure chest. We brought a group of settlers to this island without knowing it was occupied.
Well, technically it is not. You say people have come to live near the crypt then, Oh, absolutely. I'm a good guy. Everyone in this game is a good guy. This place contains thousands of stones, statues, and monuments dedicated to the memory of the early builders and visionaries of this little world of ours. It's, as you say, the kickstart of a new society here on this island. They could be reminded of the other kickstarters, if you will.
Rest assured, the script is entirely neutral and optional, so if you would rather move on with the adventures, you can do so right away. Wonderful! You just know someone on YouTube was like, and I appreciate the fact that they told us it was a thing. Wow. Look at it. It's Andrew Matthews, Locke and Spencer, Kian, Amy Wynn. Kian, Amy Wynn. Maybe we've remembered. Someone's definitely made a library of all of these. For the best pet, Luna serando la gata más amorosa, the prettiest little kitty. I would translate it as for the best pet, Luna Serrano, the cutest little cat. June Rochester, Hiroyuki Suzuki, Isaac Bertrand. Uh-oh. Looks at Sledgehammer, the voice in my head is telling me to hit a watermelon with it. Exactly! It's like something in my brain is like, you know you want to smash something. Let's see, I don't know anyone who donated to this game, so, you know, there's only so many things you can really look in there before it gets a little silly. How deep does this go? Here are the big backers. Yecho the blue-eyed dog. I bet it was like, give us a thing and we'll draw it. Yeah, okay. Respectfully, yes, that is exactly what they did. Look at this fucking Redditor over here. What's his name? Oh, sorry. Asher Ailing, yeah. No doubt. I mean, can you fault me? David Moritz. This is cool. You get bigger statues. Oh, who's the big one? Oh, a statue made after their likenesses. Who is this? The cabbage who's visibly. It's I. Okay. Oh, and here you get to write your own message here. Let your allies be your shield, pressing forward against the storm, and you will be unstoppable. Silencer Lang Laralon. Hustles the wild. I am the forest, mountains, and water lord. Oh, someone... Yeah, this is good. This is real good. I like this. To my mom, who was always there for me. May you rest in peace. Oh, my goodness. That's great. Amanda L. Hicken. Jean-Nub Picard. Carl McKinney. Rose D. Alright, here's more of them. Yeah, so it was like, definitely, we'll draw your caricature in this sprite art and put them there. Whoever remembers Césanorg, Jules, and Guster, the best of companions. Lillian Druin, wise soul. Sarwin, a wise soul. Apex stupidity, and an inspiring philosopher. It's a dog! Hank, our little shining star, Ed and Penny. Jesus. The path you walk need not be lonely. Trust, faith, and care for others will empower you and them in your journey, wherever it may lead. Very good. That's very pretty. Make it best. You never know, Holland. To those that seek ends of the earth and to those that join them. That's a good one. Oh my god, there's more? That's Faded Panda.
Killer XX.
Yeah, so these are all definitely like the Kickstarter / Patreon people. I bet it was like, choose from the list of things, because this, like, beard is very samey. Damn. Daniel Waffle and Joshua JJ Keemley. Endure, that is the way of the ninja. Maya, Cora, and Leia. Always stop adventuring. Oh, that's so great. That's very good. It just keeps going, man. I'm kind of... You know, this is fun to look at, you know? If nothing else... The undead robot still lives. Bill the Carrot. Vertese. Primrose. Sticky Mo. Baron von Gussie, who inspired us all. Bluefire, an avid gamer. The crazy thing is there's definitely, like, tiers to this. I like that nose. Look at the nose. It's just single pixel wide. 2 cats. Queens of the Manor, sleeping soundly in our hearts. Madeline and Joseph. Queens of the Manor, sleeping soundly in our hearts. Madeline and Joseph. It's not a haiku. They put their dog and their cheese-loving leader of the resistance. Randy. Look, it just keeps going back. So now there's definitely like 10 rows of this. There's 10 total little sections of this. You know what I mean? Like, that's nuts. I know they said that like thousands of people gave money to this, but like, holy moly. Hey, look, it's like... Oh no, I'm gonna get crucified if I get the character wrong. So let's just say it looks like Megumin. A boy and his niece. These two have been on countless adventures, Nick and Heidi Beebe. Nice. Gorgo. Uh-oh! Oh, man! Gorgo, the full-time interdimensional squid lord, part-time priest. He helped a couple tie the knot. It went like, Angie, will you marry me? Jay. Bro, can you even imagine? Imagine you're Angie playing this game and your partner's like, hey, Angie, I need you to go find this statue. It's at 782754. No reason, but you should explore it. And then you're met with that. It's like, oh. And Sea of Stars, no less. You know, like, dang, dude. Okay, we are now at 15 iterations of this space, most likely. Giannis and Michaud. Let's see. Am I like chasing a fleeting dream that I'm hoping to recognize one name in here before I leave? Swiss bloke, an avid gamer. You know that they're legit if they add the word bloke in their name. Uh-oh, is this a dead one? Uh-oh. Hogston. A shady hustle. A shady hustle may fill a gap in their souls, but won't be as plain. They're missing an apostrophe there. Potion seller, tell me all your secrets. I desire your finest wares, potion seller.
You could not handle my wares.
Something. I know I've been in here for like probably 15 minutes at this point. Do I care? No. Okay. Evil blue chickens. Oh, it's a chicken. It's like a 3D voxel chicken. Nice. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. Hey, yo, Tuckleberry. I play for keeps and I fight for our friends. Okay, we have made the top corner, so there's like 21 stages of this. This is absolutely silly. So many people gave money to this game. You gotta respect that, you know? Oh no, it's a diamond? Oh my god! That's nuts! Just do it. I never give up, DC. Look, it's Alex Yeek, the miner. Kuro, the younger brother of Valen. Yeah, he explores the unknown with his companions, brave Cerberus and cunning Sylvester and the lovely Lugosi. Oh my goodness, look at this. I love my baby, Kiuna. I mean, to be fair, Kiuna, that's a very lovely baby. Though I don't think you birthed that, and if I don't want to know if you did. So, just roll right along. The black wind begins to howl. Okay, I know what that's from. I'm just so curious. I want to see all these statues. Wait, I have seen... No, I've seen something like this dog. Carnian Muldoon. Look at that, dude. Wow. This is the episode where Voltage admires pixelated statues. But can you blame me for that? Wow. Wow. Therein lay Joe de Chantal as thy Joe Maru. It's the second Chrono Trigger reference to a true hero, Magus Zielson, brother of Scala, or Shala, a crafty tactician. That's the second Chrono Trigger. You think you're slick? Well, guess what? Someone else had the same idea as you. Look, another dog, this one with a sword. If ever there is a tomorrow, when we're not together, I ask only that you remember I am with you always. He's got the cat. Everyone put their freaking cats in here. Or dogs, or pets. Yo siempre te amaré. To my love, to our everlasting honeymoon, I look forward to the never-ending adventures that will come. See, like, you know, to be fair, when you can immortalize yourself in a video game with a message to someone forever, that is very, like, nice. You know, Meowtroid. You know, it's like the same people who carve their initials into a tree or into a stone thing or whatever. This'll last for a while. Ah, yes, the average gamer. Adventuring from home. You're so real. Praise the sun and moon, Hitomi Hyuga, the legendary solstice warrior. That's cool. This guy is riding his cat. Into the breach! Is that Grog Strongjaw? That's Grog Strongjaw, everyone. I think let me just make sure. I just googled moose is moose, and I got results of moose. The plural of moose is moose, so... Okay, please tell me this is as far back as it goes. I need to see the furthest back this goes. Okay, this is the furthest back. That's nuts. Like, to say that I'm blown away by the magnitude of this area would be entirely accurate. There are so many people. That's very cool. And it makes me very excited for the people who made this game, that they had so much support. Now, this guy knows what's up. What with his gosh dang... I will always pause the game for you, Gabrieli Chili. And what are you got? Stay diligent. What with your radioactive symbol on your Hakama? Oh no! It goes back! More layers? It's like a hexagon! Holy shit! The dissertation will be done by freedom. Oh yeah, dude, I feel with that. I feel that. Though to be fair, I don't feel like my dissertation is working me, overworking me. Shell yam. Okay. I know I've spent a half hour in here. But like every time I find a new statue, I'm like, oh, this looks sick. I gotta check it out. What's a mod? Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're always there. Hi, Rosie. G4 Gatsuga. System Psycho. Remlos. My best friend Bernie, Kevin. Thaddeus of Maldoror and his loyal companion Baxter. Not just a mere boy and his dog, but the prime example of man and his best friend. Look, I'm sorry. This is just fascinating. Go-Go Nape. Rest in peace, Coco. Stephen Hamrick. Alright. Cool. My friend Tivius. This guy's got a blue sword and a little dragon. Neo. Tyson the Cartographer. That's cool. This is a cool one. Like, I like this one. It's unique. It's different, and the face is cool. This is a platypus. My only crime was being born delicious. Mike and Lisa. Okay. Okay, this is the last one. I promise it's the last one. When passing by, you can hear the strangest familiar melodies that used to pollute the streets of David. Princess Ethan Ambers. Defied tradition and expectation to become the greatest ruler Alexandria ever knew. Cute. Step aside, step up or step aside. We got work to do. Josh Daniels. Okay. 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 I can leave with one of these, right? Yes, cool. Okay. So we went along this way. And then we were going back. We got to here. My goodness. Just checking. My gosh. Wow. I spent 45 minutes in there? That's crazy. Okay. Crypt business taken care of. Okay. So that was neat. They wanted me to check that out. Now I'm back. And they're building. Surely there's no one in this community who is like a big enthusiast about building. It's okay to build on this island. There's actually no natives, and there's actually a crypt dedicated to a lot of people's memories. Look, I mean, there's not even any monsters on this island. That's, okay. Steven Universe rules, okay, yeah. Let's name the town. Oh no. Garl. Why are they naming the town Garl? Okay. Oh, do we get to name the town? Or is Garl going to name it for us? Mirth! The town of Mirth. What? No, it's not. Are you sure, Keenathan? I don't know, man. I'm a bit of a hater. I don't know. To me, mirth sounds like worth, which is like mirthless or worthless. It just doesn't vibe. Also, okay, I guess we're not gonna build it? Way to step up, Garl.
Young masters, an old man is here to see you. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, there he is.
Yep, it's the headmaster. There he is.
I see you have done well. At the academy, doing research and racking my brain. I'm afraid I bring bad news. We simply do not have the numbers to fight the Dweller of Strife. I'm sorry, Valir. If the miracle need exists, it is not documented within our walls. Our walls. I won't be joining you.
Oh no, he's yelling at children. Headmaster, what are you doing? Headmaster? The Master of Head. He's resigning. What, dude? You can't just give up. You're giving up? Okay. Getting onto Mesa Island will be a challenge. That we were what? Sorry, I know I hit my head earlier, but Mesa Island will be a challenge without the help of its guardian. We're lucky to still have Extol and Yeet. Yeet? Yeet, yes. They named him Yeet? They named him Yeet? Oh. Me too, Garl, me too. They named they named it Yeet. What? Oh. Oh my god, really? They are not beating the fucking accusations, dude. They are not beating the accusations that this is a game for like 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds. Wow. Oh my god. It's not like I'm considering just like dropping this game, but if I were at that point where it was like one more straw would break the camel's back, that would absolutely be it. A coral hammer. Make for Watcher Island, where the lost city of the Dokari lies deep under the waves of a blue lake. Ring the bell with the coral hammer and say that you were sent by a friend. Seek an audience at their Oracle of Tides. You are ready for its shrine now. Cool. The world is opened up to us, hooray! Anywhere that isn't the Zenith Academy. Garl's right, stay here, and it needs a town elder. So he didn't want to be the headmaster, but he'll be the elder. Okay, cool. I talk really fast. One thing I've noticed is that, like, when I talk, I do talk pretty quickly, and it's not like it's a good thing sometimes, because, like, you know, my mentor, his first language is Mandarin, and so when I talk really quickly about, like, how excited I am that something worked in my research, I need to not do that because I'm, like, just going to him every time I have something I want to say. Watcher Island with the big meditating statue. Let's go to Watcher Island because they said it's second. Hello. Ha! Hey, look, it's Bob. It's Bob, the completely normal guy. Gee. You look like you were, someone else at some point. Oh well. No matter. At least he's good with kids, you know? Yeah, so that's where the Finnish boy went. That's where he was. He had to build stuff. We can't get into any of these houses. Despite the fact that they exist. Crypt north of town. Yeah, so there's like nothing really to do here at the moment. Can I go in the well? You can't give me a well and not let me jump into it. I know this isn't a Millennium Kitchen game, but come on. Interesting space. Thank you for giving me a fast travel. And I assume the campfire where everyone's like, let's cook and clean and party and dance, all happens in there, you know. You can set up camp if you will. How we doing? We're good? Full health, full heals. What are we looking on food-wise? What do we got for our items? We got 8 out of 10. Good stuff. Plenty of recipes, plenty of, like, stuff. It's good. It's all good. We got a bunch of spectral capes. An abacus. We're doing all right. I'm just looking around. Like, this has been the Voltage reacquaints himself with the game episode where, like, not much happens, but I get a better feel for what's going on. So this is just hard mode? I don't understand. Yes, that's just hard mode. Alright, see you later, construction man Bob. Hey, Hortense. Let's actually jump in the frigid cold water and drown ourselves, eh? Let's swim out to sea instead of taking the ship. There might be a secret. When they give me the opportunity to look around here, they ought to put one. But alas, it doesn't seem like that's the case. So, we'll just talk to Hortense and be on our way. Chrono Cross style. Sir, I learned the ultimate attack Vespertine cannons. Ooh. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, it's our guy, the Great Archives.
Thus the town of Mirth was founded, while those who preferred to stay in brisk worked on restoring it to its former beauty. While down, but certainly not out, Zale, Valir, Garl, and Serai set sail for Watcher Island in hopes of finding the Oracle of the Tides. Oracle of Tides. Should their will prove strong enough, the chapters yet to be written would soon unfold.
Alright, back on the ocean. Where the hell are we going, huh? This is some boss baby tweet moment. This feels like Chrono Cross. JRPG in which you command a ship. Okay, so we cannot sail off the edge of the Earth. What in the Gaia's navel is this? Oh, this is the island I'm supposed to go to. But maybe I want to explore. What if I want to explore, huh? I do want to fill out the map a little bit, but I know that's good that that's where I go next. What are you? Okay, you're a two-part island is what it is. Oh, this is the other island. Oh, the mesa was not the place I needed to go. This is where I need to go for sure. Okay, let's just do a little little browsing, a little exploration, as it were. Chat, you ever been on a boat quite like this? You ever been on a big pirate boat? I have not. I have not been on a galleon. It's neat, though. Look at this human body island, huh? Let's check it out, eh? Where are we at? Fishing hole? Something tells me this is like a dangerous fishing hole. I see treasure chest. I've been on a cruise ship before. I have too. I've been on a couple cruises. I have been on one for a family, like an extended family cruise ship. It was Majesty of the Seas, I think it was, in 20... Hey! Oh, hi! Hey! What's the wrong buzzer for? I've been on a cruise or two in my life. One was in, like, 2013 to 2014, I think it was. New Year's, we did it. It was a family thing, like, my entire extended family. And then, we did one January 2020. January 2020, I did a cruise. So, I really, didn't know it at the time, but I was really making the most of a timely matter. We can't dock at this island. That's okay. Hey, Ham VT, though. How are you? What are you up to? Are you partying? Are you jamming? Are you doing more cybersecurity? Just let me know. I'm curious. Hello? Floating island. Very neat. This is something. This is definitely something. But we can't do anything with it right now, so let's ignore it. Right? It's all just a matter of perspective. Like, we will go to all of these places in the game, no doubt. Like, no doubt, right? So it's just a matter of being patient. It's invoking the Dragon Quest rules, where the game's gonna take you to every single part of itself. You do not need to stress none. People are all like, oh, this game is like Chrono Trigger. Listen, this sounds like Chrono Cross. What's the sound, though? It's like Gaia's Navel music, kinda. Not quite, but it's... I don't remember the exact track name, but it's one of those... It's not exactly the same, though, but it's very close. I would like to disembark. I would like to go off. I would like to get off. Thank you. We're going to the jungle again. Welcome to the jungle. An hour into stream, we're finally going to go to a new area to actually progress the plot. Watcher Island. We're looking for Watcher Island. We're on Watcher Island. We're looking for the city of Decory. Gosh, this sounds like Secret of Mana. Hello. Welcome to the jungle. We like fun and games. We do. We have a lot of fun with fun and games. We enjoy them tremendously, as it were. That did 0, but that's okay. Let's just, let's do this. Let's get good at this. I was a little early there, but I think, we're good. Yay, we did it. I killed the native creature. Ducati armor. Okay, so let's see who would like that. Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. Actually, you know what? We'll be fine with that. I think the boost to the defense is more value with the Revenant armor. Alright. No, I don't know which buttons I use anymore. Buttons are complicated and... Oh, difficult. Hello. Let's just, you know... do that. I have never used that. That timing is entirely new to me. That was very strange. Yeah, so we went on a cruise to Hawaii in 2020, January 2020. And that was pretty fun. It was meant to be like a, hey, Voltage is, you know, graduating college in a little bit. A year. I guess it wasn't a college graduation thing, actually, now that I think about it. I don't remember why we did it. We did it, though. We went to Hawaii, which is very fun, very nice. Hawaii is a very lovely place. Always feel a little guilty being a tourist in Hawaii, but I did it, and I have to own that. But we went, and it was really cool. We went on, the cruise took us to the 4 islands, for example, and we sort of got a lot of chances to go at our own pace, which was really nice. We went to the Waimea Canyon, which I found very, very, very neat. Liked it a lot. Very pretty place. It's like the Grand Canyon, but in Hawaii. Then again, that's like Boss Baby tweet where, oh, sees one canyon. This reminds me of the Grand Canyon. But genuinely, it was a very cool place. Would absolutely recommend going and checking that out. What is the timing on that? Alright, cool. Shuriken Garnui? Yeah, I don't know, man. So we went on that. It was pretty good. Though my parents got the free drink package, like the unlimited drink package, rather. Like you paid, you know, $80 at the start of the thing, and you got unlimited drinks from any bar on the boat. Because one of their sons was 21. They were actually 22. No, I was 21. Yeah, I was 21. Yeah, so I had unlimited drinks on this cruise, and I made friends with the bartender because I was like one of the few people under the age of 35 there. He was like, yeah, I'm tired, man. It's brutal out here. You got all these, like, married couples who just ask for, like, Long Islands, and they're the worst to make. And I remember sitting there with my shitty sunglasses on, looking at him and being like, I was like, dude, just make whatever you want for me. Like, if you like it, just make what you would make for yourself, but for me. And he was like, yeah, you bet, man. He didn't say you bet. That's a Minnesotan thing to say. He was like, right on, man. And so he did. And so he made me this really strong, like, it was like a red punch-like thing, and it tasted really sweet, but it was really strong. And like, you know, I'm 3 drinks deep on this cruise in Hawaii on like the one day where we decided to just sort of hang out on the boat in the afternoon. And I met this like couple from Long Island, and I started talking to them. I was telling them, yeah, I'm studying nuclear engineering. They're like, nuclear? Oh, you're studying nuclear engineering, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm studying nuclear engineering. Isn't that cool? And they're like, ah, that's very cool. You know, I was inebriated, and my parents found me. Oh, did it taste like rum? Yeah, it was probably rum. My parents found me talking up Jim and, oh, what was her name? Brandy. It was Jim and Brandy. I was just talking them up, and they were like, sorry, he's had a little too much to drink. He's talking you up. And they're like, no, he's lovely. You know, like, you know, it's a 21-year-old dude who's making small talk with the couple from Long Island in their 60s. You know, that was just who I was talking to, dude. I mean, like, shoot, you can't go wrong with that. It was fun. Then a hurricane? Probably. Cact storm. Whoa! That Dundang just took down Vergnoid. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Jesus Christ, Lois. That's fucked. These Scytho birds, they're no good. They're no good. Oh shit, I meant to do the other one. But whatever. Let's just use a Solstice Strike on this thing. Good. There's probably a hurricane. That wouldn't surprise me. It was good. Like, I can't complain. You know, being that I came from the University of Wisconsin, Madison, a school that is particularly known for its relationship with alcohol, you know, I sometimes have a skewed perception of what something strong was. And even I could tell that those were strong. You know, like, I could tell he was doing, like, heavy pours because he saw that I was, like, you know, very, very, I was there with my family, and I needed something to do, as it were. He could just tell. They're also easy to get drunk off of. Yeah. So I did that. That was fun. There was... This is gonna be horrible and stupid to say. So, you know how there are, like, cruise employees, and, like, their job is to be the party when no one else is partying, and their job is to, like, dance on the dance floor, and they are paid to do that, and it's, you know, like, they're probably, like, college-age kids themselves working at, like, or who study at the University of Hawaii or something, you know, like, they are not unlike a lot of people I might know, where they're just doing it because that's how they make their paycheck. Well, let me tell you, chat, sometimes when you're a 21-year-old guy and you also have alcohol in your system and you see some cute girls dancing, you really have to remind yourself that, hey, they're doing this for their job. Do not flirt with them. They do not want to be flirted with, probably. Like, look, I am not the type of guy who's gonna just outright flirt with people when they're doing their job, right? I'm not the type of person who flirts with a waitress. I'm not the type of person who, you know, even remotely tries. I try to just, like, make their job as easy as possible for them. Because if I were in their shoes, if someone flirted with me, I wouldn't really want them to do that. So I don't do that. In general, that's just not what I do. And, oh fuck, I fucked up. And yet, I saw the, like, definitely no older than I cruise employee girl, and I was just like, I want to dance with her really badly because she's very cute and I have alcohol in my system. And I had to be like, dude, you have alcohol in your system. Whatever you think you should do, don't do it. You have alcohol in your system. But I was sitting there on the dance floor, you know, one evening where they had the boat band, as it were, which were also a bunch of like early to mid-20s dudes who like, yeah, dude, let's do a cruise. We can do a cruise. And then like one of the stipulations for their job is they're not allowed to like have their phones visible ever. And like they have to be on duty when they're on the boat, and like the things that the passengers get are not the things that they get, kind of deals. You know, they're all doing their job, and I was just hanging out at like one of those night shows where they put it on because like, you know what, why not check it out, see what it's like. And the 20-something-year-old boat girl was dancing, and I just remember sitting in the chair that I was sitting and watching people dance, and I was like, are you gonna muster up the courage to go and like try and dance? Are you gonna try and dance with her? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? And I kept thinking to myself, are you gonna do it? For a good 20 minutes, like enough to where I finished my drink. And the bartender guy came over and was like, do you want another? And I was like, yes. Needless to say, I did not go and, in fact, do any kind of dancing. Where's the thing? I need to stand on and do something with that. But, like, you know, when you're on a cruise and you're 21 and you see other 20-somethings dancing, it's like, I want to dance too, but I'm not going to do it because she's doing her job. You are not doing a job. She is doing a job. You are not going to have any hope of doing anything beyond sort of dance with her. And she probably doesn't really want to dance with people. She probably doesn't want to be there, so just don't bother her. And I know that's like, not the alpha mindset. But like, you know what? I did not, dude, where the fuck am I gonna hook up with someone on a cruise in a room with my brother? Like, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna kick him out of the hotel, of the fucking cruise room. Got the stone tablet piece. Like, I am not going to kick my own brother out of the cruise room. Like, that would just be a slap in the face. And like, what do I say? I didn't have any like means of behaving, you know, like, to put it very explicitly, like I had no condoms, so it's not like I was gonna hook up with her. It's not like I was even gonna like try and make out, you know, like I literally had no game plan beyond like, I want to dance with the girl because I'm sad and single and lonely. And that did not happen. And honestly, I am better for it. Do not flirt with the cruise girls, especially if they're the employees on the boat. They do not want to flirt with you. You should not flirt with them. And it ended up being just fine. I literally missed nothing. I had a great cruise, despite everything. It was good. I met these guys from UAC, and I had a little too loud of a conversation with them, in which they were definitely very, like, business school frat douches. And I'm like, yeah, I go to Wisconsin. I'm an engineer, so, you know what? Maybe I'm a little nerdy, but, like, I can kick it. We're both Big Ten freaks. Why not? I didn't say that. I was I was level-headed, and we talked, and I definitely was talking too loudly for the amount of alcohol I had drank, and the public place that I was in, which was on a sun chair on the beach, a beach chair, except it was on a cruise pool. Side note, cruise pools, I'm not about going in the cruise pool. I don't think I'm gonna go in the cruise pool, like, almost ever, unless it's a hot tub, and if it's a hot tub, it's only at night to meet people. Because you meet some funky people in the hot tubs on cruises at night. That's where the fun really is. Let me tell you. If you've ever been on a cruise, do not go into the hot tub unless you have had alcohol and are feeling like meeting someone. Because let me tell you, you meet just like guys and girls and all kinds of folks who are just very interested in the hot tub. When on the cruise in 2014, what happened was, it was me, my cousins, and my two cousins, and I was, like, I would have been like 14 or 15, right? I would have been, it's 2013 to 14, so I would have been 15 at that point. I would have been 15, right? So, underage, I couldn't drink, that's fine. I didn't need to. And my older cousin, who, good old Cowboy Curtis, has been on this stream before, he was there, and then our older cousin yet, Chris. And Chris is like, oh my god, how much older is he than me? He's 7 years older than me? Is that right? Yes. I think he is 7 years older than me. No. He is 6 years older than me. Voltage drinking era. Yeah. And so they're either drunk high or looking for something else. Yes, exactly, Spartan. So I'm sort of going to get to that. So he was allowed to drink alcohol. He was legally allowed to buy and drink it. Because he was born in 1993 or 1992. 1992 sounds right. Yes, that sounds right. That sounds right. So he's 6 years older than me. And we're hanging out in this hot tub, and we're hanging out with, this guy who's like, kind of a quieter dude, but when is the drinking stream dropping? I can't drink on stream, Alejandro. Not to the level that I did back in undergrad. That would actually get me kicked off Twitch. No, but this guy, my cousin Chris, he's a good-looking dude. Like, honestly, he's like the programmer computer science dude who then goes and lifts after work because, like, what else is he supposed to do, right? And so he's like 21, 22 at this point, right? And in come to the hot tub, it's like 10:30. In come these two girls who, look, as a 15-year-old, I will never forget these girls. Oh, no! I did not heal. I did not even... We'll talk about more of these later.
Now, let us talk.
My, aren't we feisty? Simply hand over the coral hammer and we'll be on our way. Come and get it then. 3.
Commence.
Okay, I didn't heal, so we'll just take it as it goes. Yeah, I will never forget these girls because when you're 15 and you see, like, drunk 19-year-old girls for the first time in your life, as a straight little 15-year-old, like, you gotta understand, they were drunk, they were in the hot tub, they were in their swimsuits. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I wasn't, the politest little boy, I was like, whoa, wow, and I think, now I don't know what Chris did. All I know is that he left the hot tub and told people he was going to the bar, and these girls stayed in the hot tub for about 15 more minutes when they realized she wanted to be a dentist was what it was. And so she was like, look at my teeth, I want to be a dentist. Oh my god, your teeth are so pretty. And she like leaned over to my cousin Chris, the older of the two, because there was like they were like roughly the same age probably. They were probably sisters or something, but they were wasted. So, like I didn't know, whatever. The point being, one of them wanted to be a dentist, and she was like in this very flattering top, as it were. And she was like, let me see your teeth, I want to see your teeth. And he smiled, my cousin Chris, he smiled, revealing like, a perfect set of teeth because he keeps really good care of his teeth. And she was like, oh my god, you have the best teeth I've ever seen. Oh, he's got the counter up. And I, being the little 15-year-old dipshit I was like, I've got this thing called a herpes device in my mouth, and I've got braces on, and she was like, no way, let me see. And so I was like, see, look. And I opened my jaw and she like almost leaned over to me, and then her sister pulled her back. She's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. And she was like, you're right. I'm sorry. I won't do it. And I'm like, that's okay. You don't have to. And in my mind, I was like, damn it. But now, with the power of, like, 10 years, right? I can confidently say, dude, get a grip. You are 15. What are you honestly expecting? So, that was pretty fun. Maybe I will play Sea of Stars. Yeah, the turn-based combat's pretty legit. It's pretty fun. It's got some bits to it that I'm a little here and there on, but you know what? For the most part, it's all right. It's pretty all right. Let's heal. We roasting 15-year-olds? Only myself. We're roasting my 15-year-old self who was like really excited by a drunk girl in a bikini when he was 15, who was like into his older cousin. Boy, if you don't go do your homework. Look, I was on a cruise over New Year's. Cut me some slack, brother. But I will say that, yeah. My cousin Chris was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the bar later, and maybe... He didn't say maybe I'll see you there, but, like, he inclined, right? Like, he definitely was like, I'm gonna go to the bar after I get dried off. So in about 5 minutes or so. And what the girls then left immediately afterward, leaving... Oh, damn it. Fuck. Game over. I fucking lost. How embarrassing. Leaving my cousin, me, and this weird older dude... Not older, he was like in his like early 30s probably, but he was like a little quiet. Oh, they just put me right here. Okay, perfect. And that was that. We hung out in there until 11 when the hot tub closed, and then because I couldn't drink, I had to go find Grandma and Chris at the bar. They were like, you can't come in here. And I'm like, no, I'm just getting my grandma. And they were like, okay. Grandma had made friends with the bartender. The bartender's name was Virgilio, but Grandma called him Bergio because one, Grandma had like multiple drinks in her at all times, and two, she couldn't pronounce Virgilio, so she called him Bergio. This was when we took the cruise in the Bahamas. And it's a very long story. Like, it's not like we did this on a regular deal. It was primarily due to a family incident that we got a bunch of compensation for. So, it's not like we did it on the reg. But yeah, we should roast teenagers. Teenagers, like, deserve confidence, but not when it's like, hey, girl in a bikini who's drunk, who has big boobs, come look at my teeth because my teeth are cool too. I have a cool thing in my mouth you should look at. And then, like, look, I promise you, I'm not that much better than the average 15-year-old. Nothing happened from that, but I need to share that, like, I was a dumb little 15-year-old kid because I was on a cruise and I was like, oh my god, people make out on cruises. Oh! Like, I was hoping to make out with someone on the cruise. Like, what are we supposed to think of that? What do we see in ourselves such that we're allowed to reflect on ourselves in a way with, embarrassment, but pride in our growth as a person, like obviously I'm not 15, but also thank God I'm not 15 anymore. I was a silly little boy at 15. I'm glad to say I'm no longer that silly little boy. I may have been even worth. I started collecting elements. I probably brought my radioactive samples to school. What? Please tell me you're talking about Fiestaware. Like, Fiestaware is like radioactive dishes. They're not dangerous, but like, Oofda. A small sample of uranium ore in the alpha-emitting dot from a smoke detector? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's probably not gonna hurt anyone, but definitely, like, you shouldn't be bringing that to school. Okay, here we go. As someone who handles radioactive materials on a regular basis, you shouldn't be bringing that to school. You never know who might think it's a tasty treat. If I can get the timing right on these, Jesus Christ. I am now very aware of this fact. Did you get in trouble? And if so, how badly? All right, here we go. All right. All right, we have taken out one. Awesome. Or three. I guess that's three, but we've taken out one of them. Now, do I think that that's just it? No, I think that they have some way to revive themselves. Oh, nice. We did it. Very good. Just a stern talking to. I got lucky? Hell yeah, I did. I'm lucky and bad. What did you expect? This is Voltage VO Streams. We get lucky and bad here. We are lucky and are bad. That's what I mean by that. Oh, hey, girl. You gotta level up. Hey, it's cliche. It's Sarai. Let's boost the physical attack for sure. And you need more magic attack for sure. For sure. I think I would have learned from that experience, but 2 weeks later, I excitedly showed my chemistry teacher my homemade sample of chlorine gas. Trebuchet. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ay caramba, dude. How did she react to that? Not well, I assume. Just 2 milliliters of chlorine, just enough to make a pool smell like if you open the vial. She actually thought it was cool. Well, I'm glad that she found it cool. I'm glad everyone's okay. I'm glad everyone's all right. Oh, I can only make one of those. Okay. Yeah, on that cruise going back to the one where we went to the Bahamas, we went to that Atlantis pool, you know, the ones that they advertise with, like, the 2 hotel towers that are connected by that, like, bridge or whatever. Well, we went to that, and that was very cool. On the basis of, you know, obviously it's a huge tourist destination, right? But at the same time, you know, you see it on TV, and you think, wow, it would be cool to go there. And then you actually go there, and it's like seeing is believing, and you're just on this island water park. It's very neat. I found it very cool. I was very excited by the lazy river. In fact, we, like, put all of our stuff there, like, right near the edge of the lazy river. And I went and did a couple loops around it, right? I was enjoying my time. It was nice and warm. One of my least favorite things on a lazy river is like the pissers, you know, the ones that spray water when you're just like there. I mean, I guess I understand why. It's like if you're hot, you want to cool down, but like I always happen to land on it. It's always like, fuck! But, so I did a couple laps on the lazy river at this, Bahamas, Atlantis, Bahamas, and this was like New Year's Eve, right? Like, this was New Year's Eve 2013, I think. And I get done with these laps on the lazy river, and I get back to our stuff, and it's, you know, on a beach chair. There's one beach chair next to it. Or there's two of them, actually, excuse me. And on the two beach chairs is this, like, really, really pretty woman. That's all I remember. I don't remember very much about what she looked like. And this giant muscle, like, ripped dude with tattoos. He's bald and he's stocky and he's kind of sitting there and he's looking down. He has sunglasses on. That was Dave Bautista. So we happen to have our like home base at this place right next to Dave Bautista. And like, I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who it was. So I was just like, oh, excuse me. You know, when I was getting to my stuff. And, you know, he was minding his business. I didn't really bother him. I didn't know who it was. So that was fun. But that, I was within like, you know, 2 feet of Dave Bautista. Like, if I'm sitting here right now, he's like about as close to the wall is for me. So yeah, about an arm and a half length away at this point. I gotta say, he is big. You know, and look, you can say a lot of things about people's size when you say from the solid 15-year-old perspective. Like, I was in the middle of my growth spurt by that point, so I was figuring it out and like where I fit in with the world in terms of height. I was not the biggest kid, but I also wasn't small by that point. And I knew that, you know, I wasn't gonna be the small kid. That's the bell for the coral hammer. Let's explore a bit though. But this guy, he was so jacked. And like he was wearing, if I remember right, like a smaller bathing suit, like kind of tight. I think he was like just tanning or something. I think he was just there. But like it was New Year's, you know? It's New Year's at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. You know? It does not shock me that a celebrity was there, you know? And we were hearing rumors like, oh yeah, Kid Rock's here too. Like my cousins who were a little bit more into Kid Rock than I were very excited about the fact that apparently Kid Rock was also there just doing his own thing. But hey, it's definitely neat. I didn't like say hi to him. I just said, excuse me, you know, as I'm getting my bag because I was taught to do that if you're gonna be in the way or whatever. I don't think he even knew I existed or acknowledged my presence, which is honestly totally fine. And you know what? I was a little bit of an obnoxious teenager at 15 because we're getting, you know, when you wait in line for water slides, you meet people that you're never gonna see again. I think this is where my ideas of lying to people for fun started. The idea that if you stand in line on a water slide and just pretend to be someone else, you're not scared of the water slide that's really steep. You could just be someone else. And so I put on like a bad Australian accent, and I just started talking like this, and eventually I started talking with like a few people in front of me, and I told them I'm from Brisbane, and they believed me. It was very cool. And so, yeah. And so I just sort of talked to them for a little bit, and then I was like, see you later. And then I went down the slide, and it was a slide, very dark, very steep, and it was very fun. But throughout that, the act of just lying to strangers came very naturally to me. To the point where, like, as an adult, you know, if a 15-year-old just started talking in a bad accent, like, I mean, what? Maybe they're just, like, from a place in the world that I don't know. I would be less inclined to believe that they're lying at that point. But like for me, it was literally just a coping mechanism because I was afraid of the water slide. So I was just pretending to be a cool kid from Australia as opposed to this boring American. You get to keep a seashell. Garl gets to pick, not the player. Garl gets to. The Aussie accent is wonderful, thank you. So yeah, I did that as I went down a bunch of different water slides because I was like, look, when you're 15, you start to realize that like if you're gonna be afraid forever, now's the time to decide that. If you want to be brave, going on water slides at 15 to look cool for strangers, you gotta start doing that, right? You gotta accept the fact that at some point, water slides, not that scary. Look, if I had to race down a water slide for $1 million, but it scared me, fuck yeah, I'd still go down the water slide. It would scare me, don't get me wrong, but it would be very cool. What kind of magic? Magic that lets you breathe underwater. It's the only way to reach the Dokari village. We got the seashell.
I will unlock the lake's north gate for you. Your destination is to the northwest.
Yeah, water slides at Bahamas Water Park is like the moment I realized, you know what? I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna do something that scares me. Because not only is it like cool to you know, now I have to follow up on my whole lie to these people, but also, like, when the hell else am I ever going to be able to go down a water slide like this in the Bahamas? Like, I'm never gonna do this again, so let's just do it. Let's give it a whirl, let's give it a try. I'm a brave little boy who's slowly becoming a man. Let me demonstrate my bravery, not only to these other people, but to myself as well. And wouldn't you know, it was very fun. I like the lazy river, but sometimes, you know, you just gotta go on a water slide. And I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a water slide that was, like, covered for part of it, and part of it went through, like, it says it goes through the shark tank, but, like, it doesn't go through it. The pipe is just translucent and travels through the shark tank, so you end up seeing the sharks if you open your eyes, or if your eyes adjust to the light by then. You don't actually go into the same tank as the sharks, which is what I initially thought was the case, but of course that's not the case. Why would that be the case? They're not gonna put you in a tank full of sharks on a water slide. It's the Bahamas, yes, but like, come on. Let's use some logic here, 15-year-old me. I got a lobster. So I was being brave and cool, especially to the family, like I was like, there was I think a 17-year-old and a 18-year-old and their dad, they were waiting in line, and I was just like this 15-year-old, like, overconfident douchebag, like, yeah, I'm going to go down the water slide later. Are you gonna go along with me? Are you gonna go after me? Alright, it's pretty good. I've been on a couple of these now, and I've had a good time with him. I'm gonna try this one, because I haven't done it yet. But I really want to, before I, go. You know, it's fun. Okay, I'll see you at the bottom. Maybe I'll go on other slides too, so I'll see you around, maybe. You know, like, look, I never saw these people again. And I think that's what makes it so fun, is that in my mind, I convinced them that I was really this brave Australian boy. And they will either remember me as this brave Australian boy who went down a water slide, or this weirdo who was doing a fake accent. Either way, they don't know me, so it works out great. I can just lie to them and it's fun. That's what I thought at 15. Surely no consequences happen when you just lie irrationally. Lying is very fun. Look, there's a reason I enjoy improv. It's just lying that's socially acceptable. Can you fault me for that? I sure hope not. Now, I don't do that as much. As much, he says. I do have a bad habit of, like, making stuff up with strangers in the event that they, like, prod me for conversation because I don't want to tell them real-life details about myself, so I'll, like, lie about where I'm from or who I'm going to go be seeing or, like, why I'm there, but, like, lean into it, or at least own that that's what I'm doing, and, like, not give many more details but that. Just so that, like, you know, if people ask me, like, oh, why are you in town? It's like, oh, if it's anything beyond I'm just on vacation, like, it's gonna be a lie. Like, if I'm there visiting my family for, like, a graduation, you know, at most I'll say it's a graduation, you know? But, like, if I'm there for a wedding or a funeral, I will just say, like, oh, yeah, I'm just passing through or something. Or if, like, if I'm going at the airport and I'm going to, like, fly somewhere and they need to know, like, for New Year's, going to see all the Amberstoners, like, I just told people, like, oh yeah, we're gonna go visit my aunt and uncle in Virginia. You know, like, it's just specific enough to where no one's gonna ask any more questions because I've already given you a small detail, and that's it. And frankly, like, that is the lie inherent to small talk. Give them just enough details so that you can, like, make it clear that that's that. And if they press you, you can sort of just waffle on the answer. You don't need to give them a whole answer, especially if you're not going to see them ever again. Unless there's some really rare case where, oh, by the way, I'm actually related to you, or, oh, I actually know someone from this town. You know, all you have to do is say, huh, small world. And you just gotta say, I'm not very familiar with the rest of it. You just feign ignorance. You pretend you're stupid. That's the other thing, is that if you pretend to be stupid in front of strangers, they're always going to assume the least of you, which then is very satisfying sometimes when, like, you don't have to do much else, if anything else, and you don't have to worry about their expectations, you don't have to do anything. Just make people assume the least, and then oh, fuck. And then from there, you can prove them wrong. At the airport with the suitcase, I can neither confirm nor deny that I am traveling. I mean, at that point, maybe. Oh, look, secret behind the waterfall. Coral daggers. Let's equip that to Sarai. Very good. Yeah, like, look, the reason I'm traveling, the only people I'll tell the truth to for that are, like, immigration inspectors, you know? Like, why the hell would I lie about, like, immigration? Yeah, I don't want to play with fire there, right? Press L and R to do stuff, right? Right. Ah, I see the game. That's clever. That's a fun puzzle. How am I doing on health? Okay, we're good. Cool stuff. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, but who does lie at 15? Look, lying at 15 is one of those things that, as I've matured, I've understand that, like, white lies do have impact. And, like, they can accumulate. You know, you shouldn't lie to get out of something if you can help it. Unless it's, like, easy enough to do, you know? There was a short story on This American Life, I remember, about a woman who told lies to get out of work, but these lies manifested in some way. So, like, every time she said, oh, I ran over a puppy, like, she would have a vision of an actual, like, run over puppy, or she had to, like, reconcile with the lie she told. So, like, oh, my great uncle died again. And it's like, then the vision of the uncle, who didn't exist in the first place, was like, I died again today. And she was like, how was it? And he was like, not as good. You should know. It's a good short story. I don't remember what it is or where it is, so if someone can help me find that, it'd be really good. It was on an episode of This American Life from probably like 2008 to 2013. If I had to guess. But that short story really stuck with me because it was like, whoa. Huh. That does sound like a cool short story. Yeah, it's like, and the lesson that the protagonist took away from it was that, like, if you're going to lie, maybe tell a positive lie, so that way, you know, you can spread a little bit more joy in the world as opposed to tragedy. Like, oh, sorry, I was running late. A stray cat was giving birth to kittens, you know, or like, oh, though it was also sort of a commentary on like how no one believes you unless you present the worst. And then it was sort of, one of the things was like, it's a scaling thing, so at some point, you have to tell a lie so grandiose yet believable, it's like your grandfather coughed up a lung or something, you know? And like, at that point, you have a vision of the grandfather who's like, you know, dead, basically. It's not fun. Can't come in today, I'm gonna be crowned the King of Denmark. Yeah, I mean, essentially. We'll do more exploring for sure, but... I can feel the magic! You can now explore underwater sections using whirlpools. Let's go down. Oh, this is neat. This is very cool. I like this. It's seaweed, maybe. Maybe. I can't come in. I'm definitely not playing Slay the Spire. That's okay. Enjoy your Slay the Spire. Employees be like... Personally, I have not taken, like, a personal day in a while beyond the eclipse, right? I think that was the only personal day I've taken in a little bit now. I suppose... No, I suppose we took one when we went to Vancouver. Or not Vancouver, Toronto, excuse me. So I guess there's that, but like, I haven't just like stayed home and played video games all day kind of day. I should do that sometime. Might be nice. Day of rest when I can swing it. I'd like that, I think. Alright, let's see what's over here. What do we got? A dude. Damn it. What? Is Valir just stuck there? Sure. Alright, fine. Taking Christmas Day off feels like I'm slacking. Real! Like, for better or for worse, my dad installed in me, or perhaps instilled in me, a very strong work ethic. The idea that you get your work done and then you play, right? That was always the mantra that he lived by. And I think it's a good mantra, all things considered. I think, personally, that it's good to make sure you get all your work done in a timely fashion before you let loose and have fun. that's how I've lived my life for a while. Like, I came home from middle school, home alone, on my own, and I'd work on homework. I would do all my homework on my own. No one would tell me to do it. And then I would play DS for the rest of the night. And that was fun. Like, that was how I lived it. And so, doing the homework and that hard work initially was very much a extrinsic deal where do X to get Y, i.e., do my homework when I get home so that mom and dad don't even ask about it. And they never did. They never did. Which is fine. I ended up learning how to love education and learning and all that business eventually on my own. But, you know, I always feel like I need to be working on something, even if it's a small project. And that is something that has been installed in me from a very young age. The idea that I always need to be doing something proactive or productive. If there is time to kill two birds with one stone. And so that's how I lived my life. And it's only recently through like understanding that work-life balance is very important that I've been able to really take the most positives away from it, you know? Because, like, it's absolutely a positive thing to learn how to have a strong work ethic, even if you're not a farmer, right? Dad was a farmer, he left the farm, but he still wanted me to have the work ethic, right? I think that's fair to say, based on my life. But it also means that, like, I have to look busy or I feel like someone will find work for me. Case in point, Dad would literally say, well, if you're looking for something to do, I can find something to do for you. And I would say, no, I got something I can do. And it was always like, you know, I'd have to pretend to say one thing or another to make it seem like I had a chore that needed taken care of. Because if I was idle, and he was like, well, help me with this. And I didn't, you know, when you're a kid, you don't want to help your dad clean out the gutters. No one does. Unless you do. In that case, you're weird. Basically, the work ethic installed in me is a good one, but I need to respect the fact that, like, it's important to rest and take a break when you can. Because if you overdo it, then guess what? You're gonna burn out, and then no one's gonna be happy. And we don't want that. We do not want to get burnt out, right? Like, I never wanted to get burnt out because, like, that would always be my biggest fear, is that I'd, like, I would not want to do the things that I want to do. Which is sad, and also kind of unrealistic if you think about it, because I definitely loved what I did and do. Like, it's not like I never liked what I did. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes in the process of weighing the pros and cons of what to do when mom and dad aren't home to get them to not be on your back, as it turns out, you might lie occasionally if it's the easier thing to do, and that's what I did kind of with my violin. Sometimes I would say that I practiced for longer than I did, as one can often do at times. I want these weapons. Do I have anything I can sell? I shouldn't sell the sword until I have enough to get the new one. But, like, I liked the things that I did. Of course I did. Like, I would not be in academia today if I didn't like what I was doing that whole time. I learned to love and appreciate learning with an intrinsicness that I think some people just never go their lives with learning. I think some people go through their whole lives without feeling the way I do when it comes to learning sometimes. They hate learning, or they don't want to, like, spend time exploring something that makes them curious. A lot of things make me curious, and I always want to have an answer, or at least try to find it. Learning is fun. It's the best thing.
Welp, now I'm scared.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. My passion and excitement for learning, which, you know, I got at an early age, is something that still carries me through on a daily basis. Like, research, in doing research, I have to love what I'm doing enough to be curious about it. Because if you are not curious about something you love, you don't love it. You know? The moment you stop wanting to know more is the moment you fall out of love with something, I think. I think to love something is to be curious and to want to know more about anything and everything related to it. And I especially like the visualization of it. You know, like, I like the way that I have with my notes and Obsidian, like, that is a hobby. One of my hobbies is literally just curating my knowledge, understanding what I know, drawing connections between the raw concepts that I understand. Accumulating knowledge is really important to me. It's not that I'm hoarding knowledge, it's just that you never know when some random piece of trivia may come in handy. I've got a bunch of rainbow conches. Business is a game of mutual benefit and leverage. I did my homework. I know you won't be able to set schematics to build a tavern and a fishing house in that town you founded. What's that? You prefer epic loot? Okay. I have rainbow conches. I have a bunch of them. We got an inn plans. We got a cornucopia. I've turned in 15 rainbow conches. How many are there? 60. Something transactional, something bountiful, something shrewd, something healthy, something relaxing, something potent, something meta. Okay. What does a cornucopia give me, huh? Party max HP 20. Oh, fuck yeah. Why not? Dude, why would I not do that, right? Oh, very cool. That being said, stopping being curious about something is totally okay, as long as there's something else to think about. Yeah, that's fair. I think, like, as long as there's at least one thing that interests you or keeps you going, keeps you coming back, that's enough. Weird. I was able to mash Fourier domain crystallography with AM radio and understand biology. That's been fun. That is cool. Drawing those connections between those concepts is something that I adore doing. I want to see... This is going to sound so super villainy, but I want to see the limits of my understanding. I want to see how much I can learn in a lifetime, you know? I think that's very cool, and a goal of mine to have, is I want to try and understand the secrets of the universe. Do you get a lot of satisfaction from teaching the things you dove into, or discovering it for yourself? I think there's both. I think the teaching aspect is a like clear indicator that you have spent enough time with something to be able to explain it. You know, that's a big indicator, because if you can't teach someone about it, it means you don't understand it enough yourself. Oh, they're going to Mirth. And now their home is empty, which means it is now mine. I have traded my knowledge for your house. But I mean, like, here's the other thing too, is that some of that knowledge practice, that knowledge gain, if you will, I literally use it on stream. I use stream as an opportunity to share what I know. You know, and if that isn't like a direct use case, I don't know what is, right? Because, like, yes, I love my research and I spend at least 40 hours a week with it every week, and we like it. We love it. We want some more of it. But sometimes you can learn some new things. And when I get to share those new things with people, even if it's just on stream, that's good. And that sharing, knowledge is like more than just book smart stuff, you know? It's the understanding of how to know when you've grown as a person, how to know when someone respects you, how to know when you've done something that you maybe shouldn't have done, how to know how to respect someone else's opinions and beliefs, you know? That's knowledge. That's learning. That's things that you can learn and grow with. It's exciting science stuff that shows up naturally, yeah. It's what I do. The Vampire Rose. Talk to me, Teeks. There once was a botanist who attempted to trick death by growing a rose so pretty she couldn't bear to reap it. Smitten, Death spiraled into confusion, but as she appreciated the beauty of life for the very first time. Death's a woman? Whether her next action was fueled by jealous rage or opportunistic guile, no one really knows. Using the wicked magic, she turned the flower into something even more beautiful, but very cursed indeed. The Vampire Rose, a thing that beckoning beauty, compelling all who lays on it by the will to take part in their own corruption. Rumors of the magical rose reached all the corners of the world, carrying across a simple message, promise if you could risk eternal life, provided they could take it. Despite the elation offered by the initial touch, the price became apparent all too quickly. For every second spent holding the Vampire Rose, a year would be added to one's lifespan. Ugh, water. But for every borrowed year, a thorn would grow on one of their bones. Stories say that people who touch the Vampire Rose most realize their mistake almost instantly. Having extended their lives but a single year, they'd realize their grip on and live on. Only a very painful reminder felt in every move. But there were others unable to stop themselves and became few described as human or even alive. Though it is unclear whether the Vampire Rose yet exists, everyone agrees on one thing. It appears that in the end, death always gets the last laugh in the faces of those foolish enough to try and cheat her. The end. Cool. Very cool. Even better when you don't have to make it yourself. Bouillabaisse. Alright, let's rest. Let's rest. Yeah, nothing a little ultrasonic surgery can't fix. Do you think ultrasonic surgery exists in the realm of Sea of Stars?
I came here to see the pirates.
I love that, like, okay, now they do have a guitarist yet. It's good. We are so back. It's time for good old-fashioned surgery, the same one's done by a barber. So yeah, I think a passion, an intrinsic passion for learning that I developed on my own at an early age from a perhaps lack of positive reinforcement is what has gotten me through many, many difficult things in life. Trusting my gut, trusting myself, trusting my ability to solve my own problems and to not need the positive affirmations of others in positions of authority has really allowed me to get as far as I've had, because it makes me confident in taking risks. The only person who needs to be proud of myself is me.
I am the Oracle of the Tides, one of the three seers. Welcome.
Looking for a way onto Mesa Island.
Straight to the point, I see. The monster you are hunting has put to shame a sizable force of your order in the past. and it now seems only the two of you remain. Still, you would venture into the Fleshmancer's old castle?
Yes, whatever it takes.
Then I suppose we should make this a serious audience. Allow me a moment to commune with the waters and see what the flow of time is willing to reveal.
Oh, we're at prophecy number 2, huh? You can't rush the divination.
One who does not belong here is eager to speak, I see. It is not the place of a seer to offer direct help, but to provide insight. May I assume it is understood that there will be no prophecy for you, foreign child? Very well, then.
Warrior cook, okay. Great deed you might be capable of, but it'll only be revealed to you once it's too late to act on it. Demand a flask of borrowed time.
Children of the solstice, step forward.
Hold still.
Very interesting. In order of these events, real shame. You've been upfront with me, so I shall do the same. But first, some closure. Seeing you now as I've seen you in my dreams, I know that the watch of the Dokari oracles is at an end. At long last, the ones we have been expecting for centuries have come. This waterfall is the gateway to our world's greatest mystery, one that is yours to unveil.
Mercury Lighthouse. Yeah, look, okay. Everyone says this is Chrono Trigger, but it's Golden Sun. It's far more Golden Sun than it is Chrono Trigger. Ooh, she's a she's a waterbender. She's gonna be a waterbender eventually. And everyone who's like, OMG, The Last Airbender. Look, again, there's nothing wrong with liking The Last Airbender, but like, I mean, come on. Please watch more things than that. Like, please watch more than just Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm begging you, please. Watch something like A Handmaid's Tale. Feel stressed out from watching a TV show for a change, please. Challenge. And Suldo. And Sudlo. Alright, Mercury Lighthouse, let's go. Hate to out myself like this, but I've played neither. The only SNES RPG is Robotech and SMRPG. SMRPG counts. Golden Sun is a Game Boy Advance JRPG. So, way to really out yourself there. Let's listen to it. Interesting music. Okay. Oh, it does shoot me. Okay, cool. That's fun. I enjoy that. I probably am going to wish that I had a more powerful weapon, but I will have to live with this for now because I do not have that money. Oh, it turned into an axe. Okay. That's cool. The most recent handheld game you have is a Game Boy Color. Well. Hey, you know what? That's got some alright games on it. Got Link's Awakening. Got Wario Land. Super Mario Land 2. You got some options. You got all the Pokemon games. Gold, Silver, Crystal. You got Mickey's Tetris Adventure. That's a fun game. Wow, that's embarrassing. Nice. Very good. Okay. Music's good. I like it. I like it. So yeah, I recently started another playthrough of Fire Red because I was like, I want to play Fire Red. I haven't played Fire Red or Leaf Green since 2018 at this point. Or 2019. Which is 5 years ago now, so it's like, it's been 5 years since I played the Game Boy Advance Kanto games, so perhaps I ought to replay them. I did my Sinnoh playthrough with BDSP. I did a Hoenn playthrough with Sapphire. I did Johto playthrough with Heart Gold in 2022. So yeah, it was Fire Red and Leaf Green's turn. So I'm now playing Fire Red, and I'm gonna say, Fire Red was designed so that you are building your EXP quantities by fighting every single Pokemon you face. If you're buying repels, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I know, that's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but like, Fire Red isn't concerned about holding your hand, or like, showing you all the cool things and buy our merchandise, please. Fire Red is like, we're gonna make a game. You're gonna like this game, and if you don't like this game, you're not a true Pokemon master. Oh. Very strange. Like, I think that's why the most modern Pokemon games are the way they are. It's that they want you to not stop playing them, so they're going to make them easier. Right? Like, that is the way to do that. And if you're, like, running into a boss fight that's hard, like, if you're in Cerulean City, and you're between, like, Misty and your rival, and you can't beat either of them beyond grinding, you might stop playing. And they're like, no, we don't want that. We want you to figure out this cool new Pokemon we have. Because if you might, your next favorite Pokemon might be right on the next route. You don't know that. Fire Red doesn't give a shit about that. You're gonna be fighting Pidgeys and Rattatas, and you're gonna fucking like it. That's right, there's a bunch of Zubats, and you're gonna deal with it. But it's been fun. I've been using Charmander because Charmander is good to use. I haven't used Charmander in a bit. I actually used Squirtle in the 2019 playthrough I did of Leaf Green, and then I used Bulbasaur in the playthrough before that. So, like, yeah, it is time to use Charmander. Charmander's your favorite Pokemon? Hell yeah. Why is it your favorite? I love Gen 5 for that reason. Yeah, Gen 5's good too. I really like Gen 5, but I don't have, like... Gen 5 is not a game that, like, I want to speed through as much now after playing White and White 2 on the channel, on here. They're fun. But, like, White and White 2 on stream was the first time I had replayed those games. And so, like, that's one of those the vibe is cool, but I also put 400 some hours into Pokemon Black, and like, you can't ever get that experience again. You know what I mean? Like, after you put that many hours into a game like Pokemon Black, and like 200 some hours in Black 2, like that, it's just over, right? Like, you can't replay those. For me, the replays in my Pokemon experiences come from like the games that are a little shorter and more palatable and easy to play, like Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, Platinum, Heart Gold, Soul Silver kind of vibes, and occasionally Crystal, depending on how I'm feeling, you know? Gen 5 is really fun. And there are a lot of Pokemon I do want to try in Black and White. Again, if I ever replay Black and White. Okay. But yeah, so I started that playthrough, and we are having fun with it. I am in Mount Moon. I have a Spearow, a Charmander, a Charmeleon, and a Mankey as my mains right now. I would like to... I'm debating using Clefairy. Because Clefairy is just good, you know? Clefairy is a good, solid Pokemon. The hardest part is finding one, I think. I might use Spearow, because I haven't used Spearow before, and, you know, you've got your early game bird. Though, I don't need it. Actually, I'm probably not going to use Spearow now that I think about it. I'll probably use Gyarados, because I've wanted to use Gyarados in that game for a while, and I know it's not good in Fire Red, Leaf Green. I don't care. I want to use it. I've never used a Gyarados in a playthrough before. I could wait till... Actually, you know what? Change of plans. Change of plans right fucking now. I'm gonna save Gyarados for my next playthrough of Sinnoh. Well, fuck, no, because I was gonna use Empoleon. Am I gonna do a mono water run of Sinnoh then? Maybe. That could be different. I've never used Empoleon in Sinnoh. It's always been either Chimchar or Torterra. Maybe I will use Gyarados. Maybe I'll use Vaporeon. That's what I'll do. I'll use Vaporeon. I've never used Vaporeon before. I was like, I don't want to use Jolteon because I've used Jolteon a bunch. Or I've used Jolteon in a different playthrough. And I try to, like, repeat using Pokemon if I can help it. So yeah, I'll use Vaporeon. Vaporeon, Vileplume, Charizard. Maybe Fearow, we'll see. Rhydon, maybe. I got options. Okay, so this is the central hub room. There's an exit this way. Ah, we are in the dungeon proper now. I see, okay. We're in the Ocean Palace. Hang on. Hey, wait a second. I've seen this one before. No, this is Mercury Lighthouse through and through. Rhydon is such an awesome Pokemon to do a run with. I love Rhyperior. I know people are like, Rhyperior is over-designed. I don't care. I had a Rhyperior in like my OG Diamond. You know, like that was the big, like, cool thing. I had a bunch of Pokemon that were like my guys. I had my Infernape, my Swampert from Emerald, but then I also had a Rhydon that was I used it, I did the trade evolution with a friend to get Rhyperior, and I thought that was so cool. And then I had a Zapdos from Leaf Green. That was my grain. Was that food named a Papilla? Yes, it was. So maybe it's time to use a Rhydon. Could be fun. I used Doug Trio in my most recent Leaf Greens, so I don't want to just use Doug Trio. You know what I mean? And I've used Arcanine. Well, I got a fire type, so we're fine. I haven't used Execute or Executor. I was debating using that, but I think Vileplume is going to be more interesting. And I want to use Jinx. So it's probably going to be Charizard, Rhydon, Jinx, Vileplume, Vaporeon, and then one other Pokemon. Thank you, I'm glad Rhyperior is awesome, and I'm glad he returned. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what my last guy is going to be. And I want it to be kind of like something off the beaten path, you know what I mean? I was debating using a fossil, but they're both rock water. They're not like, quite the thing. Aerodactyl's a little hard to use. I could use Snorlax, but maybe not. I got a lab meeting tomorrow, so I'm gonna smash a face in a pillow. See ya, thanks for coming up. I appreciate you. Have a good evening. Sleep well. Chat, you got any guys you would want to add to a Pokerman party? Who would you add, chat? If you're me, who should I add? Let's see. Okay, so I guess that was what I was supposed to do. Oh, I see. Now I go the other way. Like, I don't want to use another flying type. I want to try to minimize repeated types. I've used Magneton and Magnezone in, like, multiple playthroughs, so I don't want to use Magnemite family. I could use an Electrode, maybe. I'm not, like, thrilled about that idea. I could use it, though. Takes a little bit to get to any, though. I don't really want to use Persian. Don't want to use Farfetch'd. Don't want to use Lickitung. I could use Snorlax, but I've used Snorlax in a playthrough before. Let's see, what could I use? Oh, this is a cool little room. I do like my Switch rooms, I gotta say, they are fun. Let's see. Chat, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I could use, like, a Butterfree. Executor, Electrode, Eradicate, Fearow are all slept on. I could use those. I've never used any of those. But I don't want to use Fearow because I already have a flying type. And I don't want to use Executor because I'm going to use Vileplume, I think. And I don't want to try and use, like, Dratini, Dragonair, or Dragonite, because I've used Dragonite a bunch. Because you get one in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Admittedly late, but you still get one. It doesn't make sense to use one of them. I don't want to use Lickitung Dodrio doesn't really make sense. I could use Muck. Or is it Wheezing that's in Fire Red? One of those poisons in Fire Red or Leaf Green. I've used Wheezing before. I don't know. I think Wheezing, Coughing is in Fire Red. And Grimer's in Leaf Green. But I could use that. I've never used those before. That could be an interesting choice. Trying to think what else. I've got a Psychic type, I've got an Ice type, I've got a Water type, I've got a Fire Flying, Electric, excuse me, not an Electric, a Grass Poison, and a Rock and Ground. I don't have an Electric type, I don't have a, I don't have any Bugs, don't have any, Ghost. I wanted to use Gengar, but I don't have means of doing, like, trade evolutions, conveniently. Well, maybe I do. I could play around with it. Maybe I will use Gengar. And then then I have 2 poison types. Is that acceptable? Is that acceptable to me? There are so many poison types in in Kanto, though. It's actually just absurd. There's, like, far too many poison types in that game. Let's see. And I'm not sold on Raticate. You'd have to sell me on Raticate. Alright, next puzzle. Let's see here. Let's climb this ladder, see what's up. I assume... Oh, that didn't do what I thought it was going to do, but... Water is now flowing. I'm going to assume right now that I just have to turn on all of the pipes. I mean, they make bridges, right? So, why not, right? I'm trying to think, like, Safari Zone characters, you know, like... I did use Victory Bell in my most recent Leaf Green. That was fun. It was alright. Once I set up Sunny Day, it was very good. Let's see. I've used Primeape in Leaf Green, the most recent Leaf Green, so... Don't want to use Primeape. I debated using Machamp, but again... The trade evolution's a little finicky. I could use one of the Hitmons, maybe. But it could be really fun to use Machamp if I can swing an evolution trade. And then that way I don't have to worry about Gengar with the double typing, and I get a physical attacker. That might actually be the play. Get Machamp. The bull's always a beast, yeah. Tauros, yeah. I could maybe use Tauros. Never used Tauros before. Hard to find, you know? Let's see. What is this puzzle? What are we doing? Probably putting them all at sea level. Yep, cool. Sea of Stars' room puzzles are very good. Like, I always feel good when I finish them. They're very good puzzles. I like them a lot. Kingler is awesome. Could use Kingler. It's exclusive to Leaf Green, though. So I will probably not be using Kingler. I debated using, like, Seal or Dugong, but, like, you need a water type to get out to where they are in the first place. So it's like, that just feels really redundant. I need to find a Poliwag at some point, though, in order to get Jinx. I need to get a Poliwhirl to get a Jinx. But I do want to use Jinx. I've never used Jinx, and it seems cool. Yeah, I will use Kingler eventually in one playthrough. The problem is it's got, like, really high physical attack, but its attacking types are special, so that makes it, like, hard to use well. I could use Nidoqueen as well. I have 2 poison types. I've used Nidoking a couple times, but never Nidoqueen. Googoon. I think I'm probably going to try using Machamp. And just do, like, a self-trade, you know? Swing one of those, as it were. Because I've never used one before. And I want to use one, but I've never had, like, the opportunity. This feels like a great opportunity. You know? Replaying Fire Red. On a emulator, as it were. Uh-oh, he's emulating the Pokemon game he can't buy anywhere. Okay, what are you gonna do? Call Nintendo? What are they gonna arrest me for? It's legal. I dumped my own game. That was weird. I thought I heard a thumping. Well, I figured that out at least. Yeah. I think there's something really... Oh. That's this fucking thing running into the walls. I thought someone was, like, downstairs thumping on the ceiling. Nope, it's just the game. Oh, that would have been crazy if it was like a timing puzzle. That would have gone hard, actually. Okay. We are gonna have to go get it from there then, eh? Pull the lever, Crunk, as it were. It's good stuff. This dungeon's pretty good. I like it. I like the vibe. It's fun water temple. It's Mercury Lighthouse, but with like a choral vibe to it. Yeah, I would definitely recommend, if you haven't played Golden Sun and you like Sea of Stars, please play Golden Sun. Like, I don't know how to express it any other way. The gameplay of this game, from a overworld traversal perspective, is basically Golden Sun. Like, to the point where I think... Yeah, you really oughta... You're failing yourself if you don't do it, if you're a fan of JRPGs and you haven't tried Golden Sun. They're on Nintendo Switch Online. You can find ROMs on the internet for free. You can dump your own games. Like, there's really no reason why you haven't played Golden Sun yet, right? Golden Sun is like a game I played when I was like 15. It definitely had like puzzles that made me think too, which I think is really fun. Especially when it's like, you know, I was at that age where I was thinking to myself, man, this game's puzzles ain't shit. I can solve it. I'm smart. I can solve my own problems. Aha. As it were. Okay, we need a trident or something. Let's go in this portal here. Oh, interesting. This is neat. I like this. This is cool. Your boy finds this interesting. Now hold on. Can we turn around, please? Can we turn around, please? Hello? Oh, Mr. Foe. Have you soft-locked the game? I think you soft-locked the game, chat. I think we have, we've run into a bug. Well, that's disappointing. I saw it autosave. I can't even pause the game. I can't even pause the game. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake. Well, okay. Sure. Like, it's not even just a disappointment. I'm just kind of ambivalent to it, honestly. Why the hell are we watching this still? Let's just go watch Lays. Let's go watch Lays. He's playing Baldur's Gate. We're gonna raid Lays. And the raid message is gonna be just got soft locked, lol. Until then, we'll unlock ourselves for next week. Bye.